So today I've just got back from Cholmondeley Castle. This is our last run at BE100 before we hopefully move up to novice if we've beaten the ballot at Aston in 2 weeks' time. So we're starting with the dressage. This scored 31.8. I've snipped a few bits out of this, not because they were bad, but just because it's boring. Dressage isn't the most exciting thing to watch at 100 level, and there's not really a lot to challenge him. He's not the most fantastic mover, but he's very easy to ride accurately on. He was struggling a little bit with the gradient in this arena, being quite long and sort of prone to being on the forehand. You only have to add in a tiny little bit of downhill, and it makes it much harder for him. Overall, fairly happy with the test, but looking forward to having a few more challenging moves to show off his trainability, given that I can't really show off stunning paces or lots of presence, because that's just not him and it's never going to be him. Before we move on to it, so after I did the dressage, I went out and walked the cross-country course. Ground was great today. I was a little bit disappointed that the cross-country had been made slightly easier than it normally is at Cholmondeley, but I still thought there were a good couple of questions which were quite interesting, including a fairly narrow arrowhead brush coming downhill quite early on in the course, which we've got a little video of, and further on round there was sort of a tricky rail jumping into a bit of a sort of a quarry dip, sharp right hand turn, up a steep hill and out over another rail, which was going to be a good test of steering. So yep, final salute, job done, give him a pat, try and smile at the judge and convince them that I was really happy with it. There was a big old dip in the course, in the cross country when I walked it, which somebody fell off head first into. Okay, so the show jumping. This was disappointing. Clonk. Oh my god. The tiniest upright on the course, and he had it down, which is so annoying because this horse can be such a good show jumper when he is on the game. So it's not very beautiful to watch this round. I just wasn't finding those nice shots into the fences. I kept seeing a stride that was just a bit too deep. Yep, did it again. And now to this upright, I'm going to get even deeper. It's getting ugly. Good boy. And then I nearly forget the course, look over my right shoulder, and then fortunately he was already on the left leg and heading to the correct fence, so somehow he'd managed to learn the course without even walking it, unlike his rider. It was quite a undulating arena. I don't think this is where they normally hold the show jumping for Cholmondeley, but you know, it's fine. It's eventing. We've got to get used to riding on different surfaces and coping with undulations. It's no good expecting us all to show jump on a perfect arena surface all the time. So I'm not complaining. It's just it does make it quite a lot trickier. Right, the good bit. Setting off over the first like we mean to go on. Getting into a good rhythm and just picking up the fences without having to do much to the canter, which is the nicest feeling when it's going well. Yep, and a good shot there. So we disappear off around the back, and then I pop back out again. Here's the Road to Tokyo fence. Today should have been cross-country day at the Tokyo Olympics, which is quite tragic, but yeah, there they are. So the intermediate and the novice have got the Tokyo fences there on the left. Then to the skinny triple brush, absolutely no issues, and away into the parkland. What a really nice setting for an event. So we've got a 4-stride downhill double of upright logs. That rode really nicely on him. And then we're coming round to the barge fences with like a weird sort of canal viaduct in between them. This was painted blue on the top, so you'll see he does a really funny little jump over this where he spots the colouring at the last second and Supermans his legs. And then swinging around the corner, quick check of the stopwatch, knowing that I'm perfectly in the correct time, speed for the course, so nice easy canter up to the last to finish, which is a really nice castle themed fence because we're at Cholmondeley Castle. So it was a clear in the time, I think about 5 seconds under, so no penalties. So we finished on 35.8.